Hi everybody, welcome to the 2 non-yarn snobs. Currently you only have one non-yarn snob. And that's not exactly true. I am a bit of a yarn snob. I'm gonna freely admit to that. Yes, I do think there is a person, place, and time for every single yarn out there, but there are some yarns that I am just not the person. Now Sabrina will use just about any yarn to weave with. I don't weave. And there are some yarns I just will not use. Sorry. That's my admission for the week. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so welcome to returning viewers. Welcome to new viewers. We hope that you enjoy the podcast. Sabrina is at home, probably asleep by now, knowing what time it is. It is Monday, September the 28th, as I'm filming this. My husband is at work. He's on evenings this week and next week. The outside dogs have bedded down. The inside dogs are somewhat bedded down. The cat, well, she might make an appearance. She's next to me. You may hear her at the very least. You can contact us. I am Joey's Rib on Ravelry, and Sabrina is JD's Girl. Or you can email us at 2nonyarnsnobs@gmail.com. Look at the camera, Anna. It helps. Okay, so yeah, gmail.com. Or you can follow us at 2nonyarnsnobs on Instagram. DM us if you need to, whatever, contact us, if you want to do anything, you want to co-host, make along, we're up for it. Okay, I would like to have a giveaway at some point. If we can reach 500 subscribers, I think we're at 161 now, I believe. If you could help us reach 500 subscribers, we will have a giveaway. I went to my local yarn shop Saturday afternoon. I got some terrible news, which I'm not at liberty to divulge right now. When I am at liberty, trust me, I will let y'all know. A lady that I met a year ago who is an indie dyer passed away Saturday. And like I said, as soon as I'm allowed to release any more information than that, I will. Otherwise, I picked up some yarn, which I'm not going to show, because let's face it, I don't know that you're interested in the yarns that we get. Oh, hello, Daisy. Daisy's gonna make an appearance. Yeah. You want to say hi to Mommy's friends? Say hi to Mommy's friends, Daisy. Look up there. Say hi to Mama's friends. Daisy is a Chiweenie. Her mama was a Dachshund and her daddy was a Chihuahua. Okay, so let's get on to the knitting. But anyway, back to going to my local yarn shop. It's Knit Two Together in Russellville, Arkansas. I met Sabrina there. We socially distantly purchased some yarn and visited for a little while, and then we came home. Sabrina had just gotten off work. She was tired, so and then I talked over with Stephanie ideas about another sweater I'd like to make that I have the yarn for, and a few other odds and ends. You know how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to show you the projects that I've got going on now. Let's talk FOs. The only FOs I have are 2 pot holders. They're down in the drawer in the kitchen ready to be used. You've seen them before. I've made them before. Sabrina calls them magic pot holders. I call them turnabouts. I didn't know there was a pattern for them. Apparently there is, and it's on Ravelry under magic pot holder. I'm not sure what's magic about it, but whatever. What else can I say about it? Yeah, that's all I've made in the last 6-7 months is 2 pot holders. But, you know, there you go. Have you heard we're under a pandemic? That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, so I have a couple other projects going on, though. I think first I will show you my socks. They are being housed in my Chicken Noodle Designs bag. I've had this bag for I don't know how long. It's my own sock recipe, and I'm dropping stitches. It's my own sock recipe. I'm not big on patterned socks, mostly because I buy patterned yarn and I want the yarn to do all the talking. So the cuff is, we've seen before in other socks that I have made. It is Cascade Heritage. I do not recall the color number. My apologies. The body, which, isn't that pretty? Isn't that just pretty? Is Casual Fashion Queen in the Gaia colorway. I don't know if they are still dyeing this colorway. But it is so pretty. Anyway, it's a Chagu 9-inch circular in a 2.75, I believe. Maybe. 72 stitches for my big fat feet. I'll give you an update about my feet after I get through the knitting, right? Okay, the other thing, I have 3 sweaters to show you that I'm working on. Sweater number 1 is the Jones by Tin Can Knits. If I can get it out of my bag without pulling it off the needle, that would be great. I'm in the middle of a row. That makes me a bad podcaster. Yeah, you want to see the front side, not the back side. See if I can work that out. Okay, so there we go. That's what I've got so far. In case you're wondering about all of these, the pattern tells you to place markers every so often, so that way you know where you're doing one stitch versus the cabling. Anyway, I've got these on size 6, Chagu size 6. Using Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Sport. Can somebody out there tell me what's the difference in weight between Sport and DK? Because I don't see it. But anyway, Wool of the Andes Sport in the Amethyst Heather colorway. And that's pretty accurate. It's not getting blown out too bad. The next sweater, I have a cousin who is 31 weeks, 32 weeks, 30 some odd weeks, with a twin boy and twins, a boy and a girl. So I decided I wanted to make sweater, and I'm probably, y'all are probably going to scream at the screen when you see this, because Wool of the Andes is a rustic yarn. That means it is not superwash. That means that she'll have to hand wash carefully and lay flat to dry. Which I asked her if she wanted that, or she would prefer something she could toss in the washer and dryer. And she said if you're making newborn size, the rustic is fine because they'll grow out of them so fast. Then she can just hand wash them, lay them flat to dry, and put them away for them to keep. And I said that, or you could run them through the washer and dryer and turn them into Christmas tree ornaments. But anyway, I'm doing the Jones in the newborn. Look at that, and partway through a row on this one too. That's the whole thing, front and back. Look at it. It's so sweet and so tiny, so much tinier than my purple one. Anyway, again, nitpicks wool of the Andes Sport in the, what color is it? Semolina colorway. This one's gonna be for the girl. The one that I'm doing for the boy will be in blue, and I don't recall the name of the blue that I've got for him, but I hope my cousin likes them. I can show it on here freely because, again, my cousin is not watching. And the Jones cardigan is by Tin Can Knits. I believe it is a $7, maybe $8 pattern. I don't recall how much it is. The last thing that I have on the needles is another sweater. This one is Half Moon Tea. It is a modified Half Moon Tea by Tristan Milena. She is the designer and dyer behind Dragon Horde Yarns, and she is also the designer behind Half Moon Tea. So I've only just begun, and I'll tell you about my modifications. So my main color is this one. It's called Heirloom. This is from her Outlander line of yarn colors. My color B is this multi. It's also a Dragon Horde yarn. It is called Reckless Abandon is the name of that one. And my color C is this beautiful blue called Sea of Poison. Now then, modifications that I'm making. I am using the size needle indicated in the pattern. However, I'm not doing all of the color work indicated in the pattern. I like some of it, but I don't like all of it. And 3 colors in one row is not my cup of tea. Especially since this is really only my 3rd color work project. But you can see how that's working up. It's gorgeous. The yarn's beautiful. I think this Heirloom kind of looks like natural that's been drugged through the dirt, but that's okay. I think it gives it character. Let me show you the pattern front. I believe the pattern is also I think this is an $8 pattern. Let me pull it up. Sorry, this is taking so long. Anyway, Half Moon Tea by Tristan Milena. It is a crop. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think this fat body needs a crop tee, so I am making it longer. That's the other modification that I'm doing. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the yarn. Let's see, plans for others. One of the things that I talked to Stephanie about, she is the owner of my local yarn store, is I bought some, well, if I tell you the yarn that I bought, you're going to know the dyer that passed away, and I can't do that right now. The main portion of the main body of this particular sweater that I'm planning on starting next is, well, and it's the Lightweight Boxy by Joji Locatelli. It's the sock weight version. I have the pattern for the worsted version, but the main yarn that I'm using is a bluish purple that Sabrina dyed for me, and then I'm using this other particular yarn as an accent color. Probably, I was thinking at the shoulders, but I'm thinking if I do it at the shoulders, then I have to be real careful and weigh it out. And if I just do it right above the hemline, like I know there's ribbing at the hem, and if I do the ribbing in the blue and then a strip of course, I don't know, I mean, y'all know how the boxy is. I was thinking about just doing the sleeves in this particular other colorway. But y'all have seen the boxy, you know what it looks like. Tell me what you think. Should I put an accent color at the shoulders and the sleeves, or should I put it around the hem? Should I do some color work like resembling that one of the motifs from the Half Moon Tea, the moon motif in particular, because I do have yarn for the moons. So I could do that, and use this other yarn by this other dyer that passed away as the background for the moons. I may do that just around the hemline. Boxy is a sweater best worn with a t-shirt underneath it, so like a camisole or a tank top or a wife beater, whatever you want to call them. So that's what I'll be doing about that. Okay, so now that's all the projects that I have going right now. I'm trying to limit myself to that, to just get stuff done. Again, I've got to get the baby sweaters done because she is due in November, I believe. And I want to get them done so that way they can wear them home or the day after they're born. You know, seriously, babies grow so fast, there's not going to be much time for them to wear them, so. But I'm hoping to get them done pretty quickly and get them to her. I did have a onesie made up for her elder son that I ended up not even sending her. I had it embroidered. I had the front embroidered with Mama's Little Pork Chop is what I had put on it. Because from the day from a couple of days before she knew she was pregnant, she was craving pork chops, like every day. And every day of her pregnancy, she had to have pork chops. So that's what I call him. But when I got the onesie back from the embroidery, from the embroiderers, they had used such a heavyweight interfacing, or whatever, the stabilizer that they have to use. It would have been so scratchy on him that I just could not bear the thought of that being next to his skin. So I didn't give it to her. Yeah. Oh well. So I definitely want to get these sweaters done. Just because I think they're going to be so darn cute. And they shouldn't, you know, seriously, newborn. they should not take any time, really. But hopefully I'll get those done pretty quick. I'm planning on going up and seeing Sabrina sometime this week. I have another plan for another sweater, which means more yarn. And she has all those cones of natural fiber. And I have an idea, I have a thought that, well, I have seen a boxy-ish that has a cable motif up the center front and the center back, and I was thinking about using that particular, several of those particular cones, in several colorways, and hold them together, and so it'd give it like a marled effect, with a cable up the middle and up the back. Anyway, I want to knit all the sweaters now, and I don't know why, because I live in Arkansas and it really doesn't get cold enough to wear all the sweaters, but not for me anyway. So let's talk about what else going on beyond the knitting. My foot, I'm going to the wound clinic over my foot. I have a decubitus ulcer in my left heel that is about the diameter of a quarter, so about, 2.5 centimeters in diameter. Runs about 1.5 centimeters deep. It's not pretty. And the fact that it's not pretty is reinforced every time my husband sees it, and he goes, "Oh my God, that looks awful." Yes, dear, I know. I know it does. I had an x-ray done on Friday after the wound clinic, but I've not heard anything, so I'm guessing the x-ray came back normal. And there's nothing horrible going awry in there. I expected to get a phone call today over it, but at any rate, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I have a puppy wanting to make an appearance. This is the runt of our current litter. You say hi? You say hi, baby girl? No, say hi? She's got sweet, stinky puppy breath. No, say hi? No? Okay. So precious. Anyway, the puppies will be going to new homes. Hopefully next week, if Mama weans them. I make them stay with Mama and me for 8 weeks. You okay back there? Okay. She's sitting behind my back, but, she'll be coming around soon again. But anyway, I make them stay with me for 8 weeks, so that way they can get the full benefit of their mama's love. And mine too, because I typically don't see my puppies after they're weaned and go to new homes. No, I don't. No, I don't get to see them after they leave. Yeah. So I got to soak up all the love I can. So as long as they are... Sorry, the dogs are going a little crazy. See? As long as they're weaned and eating good and drinking good, then I'll let them go at 8 weeks. Otherwise, I keep them longer. That's pretty much all I have to say. So if y'all comment, like, subscribe, in the words of Hush, boys, in the words of Chevrolet, all that happy horse shit. Sorry if that offended any of you. Have a great night. Bye.